Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kayla Danielle Torres, and I will attend Coastal Carolina University. Today, I will be presenting about social media and self-esteem in college students. The first peer-reviewed article that I will be discussing is by Chang and Sigerson, which took place in 2018. The purpose of this article was to check validity within engagement scales of social network sites. In this article is where I found the social media use and integration scale, which was constructed to use any social media website, but started off with only Facebook. The development of new scale is probably not necessary because of the high validity taken away from this. The next peer review article that I discussed is by Laudermelt, which took place in 2020. This article studied correlation between social media engagement and self-authorship. Social media has become an everyday thing for most adults, which is why this article dove deep into social media influences and one's opinion of success. There was a negative relationship found between the two variables. Increased social media resulted in a lower level of self-authorship. This correlation proves that the hypothesis will more than likely be supported. The third article that I will be discussing is by Lee, which took place in 2017. The researchers were looking for reasoning behind social media behavior. By using keywords and algorithms, they tested the validity of social network sites' data, connections, and user-generated content. In their study, they found that users use their likes intentionally. Results showed social media users use their platform to gain social standings, connections, and explore relatable content. The next and last peer-reviewed article that I'll be discussing is by Valkenburg, which took place in 2017. Researchers were looking into self-effects online and also offline. Self-effects can be defined as the imprints on one's cognitions, emotions, and attitudes taken away from engagements on things like social media. It is important to note that everyone is a sender and receiver on social media. And this article proved that there are stronger self-effects offline than online. Unique possibilities of self-effects online can be that political views change due to mass communication messages, and self-effects strengthen reception, and reception can strengthen self-effects, so they go hand in hand with each other. The hypothesis of this study is that the more social media students engage in, the lower their self-esteem levels will be. The method that the researchers will be using is a correlational research method. The first variable measured will be self-esteem and then social media usage. It is important that self-esteem is measured first, then social media following. For the participants, it is estimated that there will be 200 responses recorded, 100 male and 100 female. All of participants will be over 18, and any student that attends Coastal Carolina University will be eligible to take it. Extra credit from professors may be offered, but that would be the only compensation given from this research. For the materials, there will be an informed consent form, which is a form asking for their consent and letting them know that they can end the study whenever. A demographic questionnaire asking things like female or male, their gender, things like that. Then the social media use integration scale that will study how much social media they use and how much effect it has on their cognition. And then lastly, the Rosenberg self-esteem scale, which measures their self-esteem and how much they have of it. For the procedure, it will be on Coastal Carolina University's SONA Research Center, and I will request previous professors' assistance to access participants. For the results, the researcher will calculate the mean and standard deviation from the SMUIS scale and the Rosenberg self-esteem scale. Pearson correlation to identify strength between social media engagement and self-esteem levels will be calculated, and the Pearson correlation will be set at 0.05. Studies have shown previous strong relationships between variables, therefore there should be support of hypothesis. In the findings, it has been that the hypothesis was supported. The more students engage in social media, the lower their self-esteem is. The limitations to this is that there are self-report bias, which is the deviation between self-reported and the true values. Other factors that can contribute to low self-esteem are previous experiences or genetics. Once we find out the relationship and hypothesis is supported, programming could be implemented to promote healthy social media use. As far as future work goes, I would recommend that researchers focus in on the specific amount of hours one spends for there to be a fatal effect on their self-esteem. These are my references. Thank you for watching.